And of course, I'm the mother of four daughters. Um, and um, yeah, so I really didn't have anything set to talk about today. I again wanted to really just encourage you guys to, again, like I was saying a minute ago, to try to be the best version of yourself. I encourage you guys to be more cautious, be more conscious of how you're dealing with people and how you're handling people, because you never know um, the damage that you can do and the mistreatment to somebody by something you say, by something you didn't say, by the way you handle that person, the way you move with that person, just meaning, promises that you couldn't keep. This is my thing. This is what I teach people about when talking to people. Never promise anyone anything, because God forbid, stuff in life just happens. I always tell a person, someone says, "Can you do A, B, and C?" My response is always, "I'll try to." I used to be, "Oh, all that, oh, I got your back. I this, and this," because low key, we are a race. And I'm not talking about race like African American. I'm talking about we are a human being. We, as human beings, no one, I don't care what anyone says. I don't care about anyone trying to play badass or saying that they're tough or anything like that. We are a human race of people that don't like rejection. Rejection is one of those things that nobody likes. And unfortunately, when some people are rejected because of who they are and how they're built, because again, we're all built different, we all handle stuff different. You don't know the devastation that could have on someone. It might not be as important to you, or you might think it's tedious that in good faith, you promised that you wanted to do something for somebody and then it didn't work out. And you go to that person and you say, "Well, I'm sorry. I would, whoever, whatever, I wasn't able to do this for you." I've been in that situation before. And I learned the hard way that, one, it wasn't always about me, and that I had to learn the hard way that sometimes things happen. So what I did was I learned to use a different choice of words. I used to be the type of girl, and I say girl because I'm a woman. I believe it's a difference between a girl and a woman. But anyway, it's my personal view. Um, I used to be the kind of person, if someone said that they were going to do something for me, take me somewhere, or whatever, and they did not do it, I would be devastated. I'd be like, "Oh, you're full of crap." I would just like go in on people and just be so, just like really negative about the situation. And that's never fair to anybody. So I just, encourage people to try to, I guess, use a different word selection and dealing with people. And I want to make another disclaimer. I don't come on any of these platforms because, again, I'm streaming from three different platforms. I don't come on any of these platforms pretending to know everything, pretending to know, pretending to be a know-it-all. Again, I'm just speaking from my own experience, and things that I've gone through in life, and how, like I told you guys last night, how when I changed certain things in my life, I noticed that certain things, um, you know, I got different results when I started to change the way I thought, the way I moved, the way I handle people. I've always been a forgiving person because that is so important to me. You guys know I'm very spiritual, very, very, very spiritual, and you guys that benefited from me praying for you last night and prophesizing over you last night again. So many of you reached out to me, and I just have joy in my heart. And I'm so thankful that I was able to do that to you guys. Because people are like, "Kim, you actually get on dating sites and you talk about God and you talk about Jesus and you talk about trials and tribulations and you talk about you testify." I absolutely do. I'm Kimmy. I get in where I fit in. I think that for every five people that watch, one is feeling what I have to say. And like I said, I don't do trolls. I'll block you. I'll delete you. You won't get a reaction to me. Block, delete, keep it moving. I don't do that. So if anybody ever feels like they need to come in my live and, say anything mean, your problem, not mine. I'm Kimmy. I don't care. Kim. Kim keeps I moving. I keep it moving. I don't do all that trolls and all that hatefulness and all that bashing and all that other stuff. That's not my aura, and that's not what I'm about. And I don't respect it, and I don't receive it. Um, but I for a minute, I wanted to talk about something for a minute. And as I talked about it a little bit um, last night, and before I came on here, I was like, God, I don't want to keep talking about this, but I'm always provoked to talk about it because I feel like somebody needs to hear it. Um, One, never accept less than what you put out. I said, remember, you guys, I said this last night. I repeated it. Never accept less than what you put out. Never accept less than what you put out. And what I mean by never, a friendship, a partnership, or whatever. If you're putting out positivity, you're putting out love, you're putting out, I got your back, you're putting out, I'm a ride for you. If you're putting out all these things and you're not receiving them, me personally, I think it's a problem there. And you know, for you guys that know me in real time, because I'm streaming from my YouTube channel, I'm a YouTuber. You guys that know me in real time, you know what my story is. I really don't want to go back to all of that because y'all know I'm a big fat crybaby and I'll get to crying and all that other stuff. Might talk about it a little bit, only to talk about how I overcame being broken. Um, so, but anyway, never accept less than what you put out. Again, if you're putting out love and positivity and joy, and you know that you are a positive force in anyone's life, and they're not, and they're not because you can feel that they're not because this is my thing too. Actions speak louder than words. I have been told, you know, I have people tell me, you always talking about somebody got to prove something to you. No, no one has to prove anything to me, but I've been through too much stuff in my life to go off anybody's word. I've been a bullshitter before. I'm 45 years old, so I've had time to be a bullshitter in my life. We've all had time to be a bullshitter in our life, and you know, in our lifetime. And I know when someone's bullshitting me. I know when someone's trying to get over me. I just know. And it's not a good feeling. I've been in a relationship where, again, I make a full disclaimer. I'm far from being perfect. I've done my dirt. I've done my thing. Again, I'm 45 years old, so I've had a lifetime to do some really disgusting things that I regret. But I was in a relationship with someone that I was mentally, emotionally, physically, financially devoted to. Rode for this person. Like this person needed me, I was there. This person went through something. I knew this person was going through something. Like, damn, babe, I got you. I got your back. Blah, 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 blah. After a while, I was so focused on making this person happy that I didn't realize that this person was not making me happy. Even in my friendships, I've had friends where I've done stuff for people and I don't do anything for anybody to receive anything, but I've done stuff for people. I've had a lot of one-sided friendships. A lot of one-sided friendships where you're always picking up the tab or you're always being the comforter, being the consoler, being the I got your back, girl, guy, whoever. I'm, you know, this, next. And then you turn around and you're you like, you can't even call that person. You can't even ask that. And I'm not just talking about a relationship, friendships too. You feel like, you know, you can't call that person. You can't say, hey, friend, I need to talk to you. Or, hey, um, you know, whatever the situation is, because I'm going to try not to get in what I think a real friend is, because everybody's not going to think that. And so I'm gonna leave it alone. I'll leave that alone for right now. But again, I tell people, do not accept less than what you put out. And when I was in that relationship, after a while, it got to the point where I'm like, damn, I'm just like, I have your back. You know, you need a ride somewhere. I'm getting you an Uber. Um, you know, I'm you know, making sure you're okay, making sure your kid's okay. Whenever you needed somebody to talk to, like I was there. But then there was times where this is crazy, y'all. Times where I sat in a hospital and I was not feeling well. And can you imagine being in a whole relationship, being somewhere and you're feeling like you can't call that person? You can't say, babe, I'm in the hospital. Can you come see me? Babe, I'm not doing good. Or babe, I'm feeling sad. Can, like, I need to talk. Can you imagine being in a relationship like that? And unfortunately, it took me a long time to realize that, hey, it's something wrong here because of my nature and who I am. Like, I don't believe in giving up on people. I don't believe in turning my back on people. I don't, um, I just don't believe in any of that. But I learned the hard way that sometimes you have to love people from a distance. Sometimes you just have to pray for somebody and you have to keep it moving. And like I told you guys last night, and I'll say it again, there is nothing anyone can do for you sexually to make you want to be in a miserable situation. No. Again, I speak from my own like situations where, people stay in relationships for the wrong, his head is good, her head good. She got this, she got a fat, but you're miserable. You're miserable. You miserable because this person does not respect you. She pretty, he cute, he handsome, he's sexy and everything. His head good, his is good, her is good, but you miserable. Like, when will we get to the point where we realize there is no sexual whatever to have us stay in a relationship that is not fruitful to us, that doesn't, like, isn't your ultimate goal in life should be, if you're looking for a relationship or even in friendships, y'all, even in a friendship, to acquire the company of someone that adds to your life. That's what it's all about. It's about dealing with people, persons, places, things. Yep, those two that edify your spirit, that edify your life, that bring to your life. Hanging out with people just because you're bored, when you know that it's a chance that, you can go to jail or you will have a mistaken, identity. It just, there's some things that are just not worth it. No amount of chaos and toxic and toxicities and all this stuff is worth, it's worth your spirit, like being miserable. You guys, I learned the hard way, entertaining people that I knew did not mean me any good, just because I was lonely or just because of, for whatever stupid reason, um I've had some of the most pathetic reasons, you guys. And I can say this, like, pathetic is, I don't know what, pathetic reasons why I stayed in relationships, pathetic reasons why I stayed and I was friends with her. Oh, I know this person for 15 years, blah, 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 but was miserable because it was a one-sided friendship. I was always picking up the tab, or I was always making sure this person was this. And again, it came to the point where I'm just like, you need these people for whatever reason, and they're not there for you. I don't care how long you knew a person, and I don't even care if it's your family. Sometimes you got to show people tough love. You have to love people from a distance, because I'm telling you guys, the next moment of your life is not promised. And I know for myself, I don't want to go out of this world like being miserable. I had someone tell me one time um about a friend of theirs, and because of the person I am, being like an empath and just being like, very, very, very spiritual, it I'm the type of person, I carry stuff with me. Like, you guys can tell me, oh, I don't even have to know. You can say, um I don't even want to use like people. I don't even want to use animals, because that's just how I am. Excuse me. Oh, my God forbid. I'm not naming any names. This is just an example. Oh, my uncle got hit by a car. I can know you for 10 minutes. I will worry all day about your uncle, because that's just the kind of person I am. Oh my God, is your uncle okay? I hope this person's uncle's okay. This is That's just the type of spirit that I am. That's just the type of vibrations. Um, the type of vibrations that I carry. But again, we have to be strong enough to, again, love people from a distance. Again, you guys, never be willing to accept less um than what you put out. And like I was saying last night as well, and I keep reverting back to last night, because for you guys that are watching me again today, um I'm repeating myself. So, but I just think that, um, you know, that message is very important. The other message was, um, see, I hate when this happens. For you guys that don't know me in real life, I'm going to say it again. I'm very, very spiritual. So sometimes I will have whatever you want to call it, like angel, spiritual, whatever. Be like, Kim, give somebody a message. And I'm not going to do that right now, because we're not even getting into all of that right now. Like, I'm being provoked to be like on some another level. stuff, and I'm not ready to do that right now. I always do that at the end of my lives. I offer, I offer prayer and stuff like that, and I pray over you guys. And like I said, I don't judge a person for if you're being spiritual or not, if you worship God, Allah, Jehovah, or if you don't, or you say divine or whatever it is that you say. I'm not in the business of ever judging anybody. I actually despise people that judge people. I can't do it. We all, have a story to tell, but to like judge somebody for their sexuality, for what they have, for what they don't have, what they're driving, what they're not driving. I despise people like that, and I think it's disgusting. But anyway, I was talking about I'll just use my neighbor. You guys on YouTube, you guys know I talk about my neighbor all the time. And I don't talk about her to talk about her like that. I talk about her because my heart is heavy with dealing with her. Because this woman is an older woman and she can never find anything positive to talk about. And it like that breaks my heart because remember, I'm just like who wants to go out of here like that? Who wants to go out of this world miserable? You guys, like one day I went outside. She called me. She was like, "Come outside." She was like, "Look at the clouds. That's weird. That's ugly. That's oh my God, that's out of this world." And mind you, my neighbors were outside too, and we all have our cameras up. You guys, when we looked up into the sky, it looked like the Messiah himself was about to walk out the sky. That setting, that sky was so pretty that it was something to be talked about. But it amazes me that every time something beautiful in life happens or something inspirational, like one day we were looking at the freaking clouds and she like, that cloud, that's weird. That cloud, that looked like an angel or something. How is a cloud looking like an angel weird? This person, God forbid me for even having this discussion about her. I sympathize, not sympathize, but I don't know. I feel some type of way about people that can never find the beauty, never find the beauty in everything. How did you say the sunset, a beautiful sunset like that is weird? That's disgusting. That's not normal. That's beautiful. It was, you guys, when I tell you, and that's her opinion. Don't get me wrong, that is her opinion. But when I tell you guys, it was beautiful. I thought Jehovah, Allah, like I said, whoever you worship, the Messiah itself was going to come out of the sky. I mean, the colors were beautiful, and I was just in awe. And every day, this person literally texts me and never has anything nice to say. This person is also a mother. Um, Text me off and on for 3 hours on Mother's Day with nothing but negative stuff today. I'm the type of person I send all my friends when I get up. I will send, good morning, have a blessed day. Good morning, have a peaceful day. I always do that. Well, I try to. Sometimes I get petty with it. And what I mean by petty with it is I feel like if I'm reaching out to people and I might have to be the initiator all the time, then I stop doing it. But I usually just send, I like blessing people. I like being a blessing to people. Every morning, this person texts me something negative. And what I mean by negative, to me, gossiping is negative. Like I'm gossiping right now. But anyway, I'm actually talking about a situation, trying to make an example of something. But anyway, no excuse, no excuse. Um, it'll be stuff like, and this is crazy. 7 o'clock in the morning, I get a text. And let me make a disclaimer. I don't care if you are black, you're white, you're Hispanic, you're multiracial, you're fat, you're bald, you're skinny, you're Indian. I don't care. I love everybody. I don't care if you are really a Martian. I don't care. I don't care about anybody's race. I'm just going to make a statement. I'm putting that disclaimer out. But this is how the text goes. I seen the African dude next door at the white lady's house over there. He went inside of her house. No, yeah, he went inside her apartment. I'm like, bruh, did you see him go inside her apartment? Well, he went inside the building. Then how do you know you guys, miserable. I pray for her because when I leave, when I know that I'm about to leave this world, and you never know, God forbid. I want my last memories to be, I want my spirit to be so edified that you could see the rainbows. You could see the rainbows and you could see the unicorns and the peanut butter and jelly or whatever you want to call it. I want to beam. You know what I'm saying? I want to beam. I don't want my last thought to be that I was gossiping about my neighbor or that I was being judgmental to someone about their gender or whatever, whatever. Like it is so important, you guys, that we edify our spirits now, that we, you know, try to be the best version of ourselves now, because I do believe in reincarnation. I do believe that, people have had other lives and stuff like that. And I remember, um, laying in my bed one day and I was just thinking, I was just like, and I know this is going to sound really, really weird, but I'm very, people that are just joining or whatever, I'm a very spiritual person. So I was laying in my bed one day and I was like, I really got to get it together. I really got to edify my spirit now, because I don't know if, like, God forbid something happens to me and I'm not in this world anymore, if my spirit is the same person, or do we take on a new identity. But point being, I'm just like, I've been through, and I know you guys have probably have too. I'm not the only person that has a story. I'm sure I don't want my spirit to reincarnate with the same like brokenness and the same bad habits and the same BS that I had in this life. And I don't know, it's just something to think about for you guys that believe in like reincarnation and second lives and third and fourth and fifth and six lives. This is really something to think about. So I was just like, God, I just want to I try my hardest to um like edify my spirit right now. And if you guys don't know what edify your spirit means, it means feeding your spirit positive things, feeding your inner self positive things, being around positive people, being in positive relationships, being in you know it's kind of hard not to to be in like positive work situation, because you can't escape the negative stuff that might happen in your job, on your job or whatever like that. But you can, yes, you can control um negative people that you have around you and negative people that you have in your life. And the transfer of negative energy is absolutely real. You can be I was in a church 3 months ago, and again, I'm not perfect. I was sitting down and I was talking to a good friend of mine, and this guy came in and he agitated my spirit. I don't know him. I've never seen him before, but he agitated my spirit. And I could not figure out why. And this is what mean when I mean the transfer of negative energy. Not really the transfer of negative energy, because he did not transfer anything to me, because I just won't allow it. But I knew there was something about him. And I'm not saying that this is a bad guy or anything like that. But you guys, he sat down and my spirit was agitated. And I looked at my friend. I was like, we got to move. It's a bad energy around here. And, I just can't do this right now. And we sat there for about 10, 15 minutes. And all of a sudden, he opens up his mouth. And this is what I heard out of his mouth. Mind you, we're in the church. Here he is. These motherfuckers in here better hurry up and get this prayer started so I can. I'm like, I knew something. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew something because I could feel it. Like, have you guys ever even met somebody? Like, I've met people before. I've like gone on blind dates, and I've met people before, and I was like, no, this ain't gonna work, because it was something about their spirit. It was something about their aura. I've actually met people before, and I didn't pay attention to their negative aura and their negative spirit, and I end up being, I guess, affected. Wait a minute. Affected, right? Yeah, affected by their negativity. Another situation. I woke up one morning and I was, because I'm grateful every day that I wake up. We should be grateful every day that we can wake up. If you wake up and you can walk, talk, see, hear, feel, kiss, whatever, you're doing good. Like, you're doing good. People wake up blind, bedridden, don't wake up at all, so we're doing good. Anyway, so I woke up one morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm going about my business. I'm getting my kids ready for school, and I get a knock on my door, sounding like the police. And it was my neighbor. And mind you, you guys, I was feeling so good that day. Again, I'm talking about the transfer of negative energy. I was feeling good. My neighbor's knocking. One of my neighbors is knocking on the door with a letter. She's like, I got this letter in my mailbox. So I'm like, okay, I take the letter or whatever. I'm telling you guys, 10 minutes later, SHIT hit the fan. It was like, I don't know what has she had going on or what was going on in her life. I'm telling you, when she handed me that letter and I took it, I was like, thank you for bringing me my mail. I put the letter down. I went back in my room to, like, I guess, I don't know what I went back in my room to do, but for the rest of the day, you guys, it was something that she transferred to me that I just could not shake. I was in my room and I was like, God, something is going on. Like, I don't know, like, what she got going on in her life or what she doing in her life. But you guys, it was like this sensation, this feeling of like, and it wasn't like anything empathetic or sympathetic. It was like hardcore negativity. I was just like thinking about old stuff that happened to me, like, oh, I should call that person and say this to them and I should do this. It was like so much negative energy. It was just like she just transferred all her BS to me. And it took me, and I'm gonna be honest, it took a whole day for me to like really, really shake it off. So again, there is nothing in life worth dealing with misery or anybody's verbal abuse, anybody's emotional abuse, or any of that, people, talking down to you or belittling you or anything like that. It is, I tell you guys, when they say the mind is a terrible thing to waste, the mind really is a terrible thing to waste. Another thing is too, and this is from my own experience. And I've been doing, studying like the law of attraction and metaphysics and stuff like that. And again, learn from my own experience. There is so much power in what we think. There is so much power in what we say. When we say stuff out of their mouth, like all this time that I've been talking, my words have been vibrating into the universe. I believe that. There is so much power, again, in what we think too. Like when we're thinking, negative things, you know, uh, wish thinking, bad stuff about people. I do believe that, because I've been a witness to this, because I know some people, about just thinking. When they say when you speak on something, you can speak things, you know, you can speak it into a reality. I believe in that too, because there was a time where I was speaking negative things on myself. And after a while, I started to believe them and I had to break myself out of that. So, again, do not accept nothing less than what you're putting out. Try to be the better version of yourself. Try to handle people different. Try to treat people different, because you don't know the effect that you can have on somebody. We all are built different. Just because you are able to go through a breakup or heartbreak and keep it moving, the next person may not. So my other advice is keep it 100. Like, it is so easy to say, look, this is who I am. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I want. This is what I don't want. Because the lesson, like I told you guys last night, and you guys know this yourself, people will only do what you allow them to do. If a person keeps on BSing you and you keep on allowing them to do it, after a while, y'all, I'm sorry to say, it's not their fault anymore. Remember, I told y'all last night I had to take accountability for me allowing someone's poor behavior over and over and over. And I had the audacity to be like, I'm sad because this person is BSing me. I'm so wee. I'm so sad. And after a while, I had to check myself. I know there wasn't nobody but God, but I had to check myself and be like, Kim, you sad. You got your feelings are hurt. You're sad because this person didn't call you back, or you're sad because this person said they were going to hang out with you. You knew they were going to do that. So after a while, It's not their fault anymore. You can't say that that person hurt your feelings when you knew how they were and you knew the type of person they were. You knew the type of behavior that they have. After a while, and I'm saying this with all due respect, after a while, y'all, we got to take accountability for that. It's not even that person's fault anymore because we allowed that poor behavior. And we got to stop doing that. Stop allowing taking in or putting out less than what you're getting in. It's like it's not worth it because after a while it becomes very, very, very hurtful. And again, unfortunately, I know all too well. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I've not done my own dirt. Yes, ma'am. I've done my own thing. Can I help you? Hi. Hi, kitty. What do you look? You got to stop looking around and stuff. You know my nerves are bad. But anyway, so before I let you guys go, and I want to tell each and every one of you guys that I appreciate you sitting with me. I hope that you receive some of the stuff that I've said. I never come in a bad place to judge anybody, or to speak better or anybody, or to act like I'm better than anybody. I speak from my own personal experiences. I want to tell whoever and whomever that is going through something right now that it will get better. Um, Anyone that is like going through a heartbreak, going through losing someone, um, someone, something, or whatever, that it will get better. I'm not saying that it gets better tomorrow. I'm not saying that it gets better next week. It might not even get better a year from now, but it will get better. But I tell people if you want better, and if you can change the situation, you got to put in the effort to do it. We have to put in our effort here, so him up there, well, actually him everywhere because he's everywhere, um, can make it happen for us. But it does get better. It will get better, but um, we have to really, really want it. Um, for anyone that is like suffering with any type of, and this is why I talk about how we got to handle people different because you don't know what a person's going through. People that are, as they say, low key suffering from, um, like any type of depression or anything like that. I pray that, uh, I pray for your peace of mind. I pray for your, what they say, how they say, a standing mind. I pray for that. I pray that that stronghold is removed off your life. I pray that the stronghold of like drug addiction is removed from your life. I pray that the um, stronghold of alcohol addiction or whatever addictions or anything that you're going through that is not edifying you. I pray that those strongholds are binded out and they are released from your life, and that you will have a life of love and peace and tranquility um, in abundance. That's what I pray for you all. I pray for that you guys acquire to do better, acquire to be better, acquire healthier things in your life, acquire healthier persons, places, and things. I hope that some of you wake up and realize that the situation that you're in, even if it feels good to you, it's not good for you. Because I pray that you don't, that you realize that you do not deserve that mental, physical, verbal, emotional abuse. It's not worth it. I pray, I tell you guys, and I believe this, that there is somebody for everybody, even if it's just a friend. I pray that you guys acquire, better friendships, better relationships, better habits. Um, I acquire that I pray that you sit still and really sit still and just, take time to yourself um and just, figure out what it is that you need, figure out what it is that you want. I tell people this, I want you guys to get a pen and paper or whatever whenever you have time and write down 5 things that you feel like are your non-negotiables. um and I did this over a year ago, which is like so weird. I did this over a year ago. Because I got to a point in my life where I realized that there's things that I needed in my life to have healthy relationships and healthy friendships. And when I did this, I even got down to like the nitty gritty. Like I um am the type of person, I love comics. And I know this is going to sound really, really petty to some people, but I've learned the hard way that there are just some things that we need in our life that, and we don't realize this, that we need in our life to be functional. We need in our life to be happy. We need in our life to be inspired. So I took a pen and paper and I wrote down 5 things. And that came from me being in relationships with people that I was compatible with, but not really. I was maybe compatible with that person on some things, but I did not have a fulfilling, relationship, where I didn't have a fulfilling friendship, where again, you guys, my spirit felt like it was being edified, and I felt like I was, I was, bringing, I had joy in my life, because I also have had a point in my life where my life was, you guys, and I'm gonna try not to be a crybaby. You guys that don't know me in real time, I am a crybaby. I still cry when they free Willy, he jumps over the thing. I cry about everything. And that's just because I'm an empath. I'm a very emotional person. I'm a very loving person. So I tend to get emotional about stuff, and I tend to cry. But anyway, I had a place in my life, you guys, to my own fault. I take accountability all the time. I was in a place in my life where I was in a very dark place, where I was bitter, I was angry, I was upset, I was mad at the world. You guys, I could not shake the darkness. I could not shake being bitter, angry, and upset. I mean, the enemy is always busy. He will allow you to, he will, he can't read your mind. That's the other thing. I don't know if you guys know this. I just learned this, and it's because I was not taught the way I should have been taught. I didn't know, a lot of people think that, um, so let me just say this. I was told, I believe God is the only person that knows all, sees all, and hears all. Now, the enemy does have the ability to convince you to do bad things, convince you to do dark things. But from what I have learned and I've researched, he cannot read your mind. And I don't even like saying his name. You guys already know who I'm talking about. We call him, our spiritual people, Christians, whatever, we call him the enemy. He cannot read your mind. He can feel your vibrations and convince you um to, and influence you to, stir the wrong way. And I had a period in my life, you guys, and I'm just being upfront, I'm being open. Because again, I don't care what people think about me. Where I was in a very, very dark place. I was in the pits of hell. I, had um got out of a situation, a really over three year situation, where I was like betrayed and just hurt and manipulated and lied to, mentally, emotionally, and financially abused. And I, because of the devastation from that, I went into a really, really, really dark place that I almost could not get myself out of it. But it was by the grace of the divine that he pulled me out of it. Like when I tell you guys, a dark place, and this is why I say we got to do better, we got to acquire better, and I make myself available to people that want to talk. You guys, I was in the blackest, the darkest pit that I'm talking about, you could ever find. I'm talking about days and months of not eating, days and months of not sleeping, days and months, you guys, of plotting. I'm going to get this person back. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put a hex on this person. I'm talking about the enemy will use you. I even went through a dark period, you guys, where for 3 days, and this is really, really, really personal. This is like really some really personal stuff, but I'm only speaking about it because I'm sure there's someone else who has been in this situation or maybe in this situation, you guys. And this was the scariest SHIT that has ever, 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 ever um happened to me. I'm sorry, in my life. I'm sorry, I gotta plug my so okay, you guys. So you guys, give me a second real quick. Give me a second. You guys. Okay, here we go. And yes, everybody, you guys are allowed to your own opinion. Someone said God has killed more people than Satan has. Fix his hair. That is your personal opinion. Um, I'm sorry that you feel that way. I'm sorry that you feel that God has killed more people than Satan has. I don't believe that. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't believe that. And I'm gonna keep my shit 100. I've been in the presence of Satan to my own. Um, what is the word I'm looking for? Um, to my own. To my own. What is the word I'm looking for? To my own. I'll just say to my own fault. Again, you're allowed to believe whatever you want to believe. I've never heard that before, and I'm not saying it to be disrespectful to you, but I keep on. God has killed more people than Satan has. Let me tell you how I feel about that. I don't believe that. I believe that the things that we do in life are to our own demise. Um, we got something, my brother, called free will. Okay, we have something called free will. And when we're out here doing cheating and lying and stealing and mugging and whatever, and I'm not being judgmental to anybody, but you just hit a nerve when you say God has killed more people than Satan. Um, we have free will. And I talked about this last night, how we like to blame God for everything. When. God, you let me do this. You knew I was going to get locked up. God, you knew she wasn't no good for me. Why would you let me do A, B, and C? He let it happen because you have free will. And 9 times out of 10, just like me, just like my dumbass, I stayed in a situation, you guys, that I knew for over a year that was not a good situation for me because I had free will. I made that choice knowing that that person at that time in my life was some shit. I made that choice to stay in the situation. It is factual that a lot of stuff that we do in life is to our own demise. There's things that we do that contribute to our own demise. As far as, and this is not to judge anybody, um, smoking. We know that it does something to our lungs. My beloved father, my baby, my father, me and my father were very close. He smoked ever since he was 12 years old. He died of emphysema. He died of cancer of the esophagus from smoking. He died young. He died at like 50 something years old. He knew the risk of smoking. And let me tell you something. Smoking is an addiction. It's a stronghold. Alcoholism is an addiction, is a stronghold. Um, Different things. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I don't believe that that God has killed more people than Satan. I shouldn't even be entertaining that right now, but I wanted to speak on that. That's your personal opinion. And I'm sad that you feel like God has killed um, more people than Satan has. I don't even know what to say about that anymore. I'm actually upset that someone said that. And I can't be upset because that is your personal opinion. But like I was saying, I don't come on here to judge anybody. I I don't know. Like that whole comment just got me like somewhere else right now. God has killed more people than Satan. Anyway, like I was saying though, um, the enemy is always busy. Let me just say that don't allow him to use you. Get to a place in life where you don't care. I say this all the time. And what I mean by get to the place in life where you don't care, I mean, get to the place in life where you're like, you don't care if that person don't call you back. You don't care if that person don't email you. You just don't care. You have this peace about yourself that you just don't care. You have something that resides in you that you just don't care. Because again, I speak from experience. I was in a place in my life where, you know, I allowed so many things, you guys, so many things to dictate who I was, how I was going to act, how I wasn't going to act. And we got to be better than that. We got to do better than that. And we got to be better than that. Get to the place where you just don't care. You don't care about if somebody thinks you're too small, too skinny, too fat, too black, too heavy, too light, too bright, too purple, green, red. Get to the point where that stuff does not bother you. And I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm going to tell you guys, when I tell y'all, I don't give two F's, 15, 1,000, a billion F's about what anybody thinks about me. I don't. There's only one person that I actually cares, and that's the person that's going to judge me at the end of my life. I don't. We got to get to the point where we got to stop letting stuff affect us, because once we start letting the people affect us, it does something to your spirit. Like it just I don't know. It lessens your lifespan. It just lessens your spirit. It lessens your morality, and it just, like I tell people, we got to get to the point, and it took me a long time to get there, because I used to be the type of woman that was like, um, you know, am I too fat? Am I too skinny? Am I this or that? I would go on blind dates. I would meet people and I'd be like, oh my God, I got to hold my stomach in. I even was the type of person where I felt like I had to talk a certain way. I met somebody because this person was attractive. I felt like I had to be somebody else. Like, be yourself every day, all day. If someone doesn't like that, then that's their problem, you guys. Their problem, not yours. Get to the point where it's like your problem, not mine. Especially when you know that you're a good person, you're a good man, you're a good woman. You know what you have to offer. You know that you're just, you know that you can add to someone's life. Like, get to the point where you take out those magical. My kids taught me this. Those magicals, I know, right, kids, right? Those magical fingers, and you're just like, like, I got something in my pocket, and they're like, what? And it's this. This is how I feel about you thinking I'm too fat, or I'm too black, or my hair's nappy, or I don't have enough hair, or this is this. I'm a natural girl. I actually have weave in my hair right now because I have something called a vitamin 3 deficiency. We talked about this last night for you guys that were on my lives last night. I'm feeling good, sweetheart. Thank you. I have something called vitamin C deficiency. And I had to literally cut all my hair off. I literally woke up one morning. People will be like, "You woke up with no hair." No, I used to put my hair in a ponytail and I keep it moving. I literally woke up one morning with, I say no hair, but of course I had hair. A ponytail? No, it was a smony tail, which is small tail. But anyway, I joke about it now, but it's no joke. It's no joke. That's why I said handle people different, be kind to people, because you don't know the burdens that people carry. But I literally woke up with my half of my hair gone, and I didn't know why. I was just like, okay, maybe I'm not taking care of my hair. And what it was is that my vitamin D was so low that it made my hair fall out, and then it made me gain within. I'm only 5 foot. I've always carried a weight of like 150 to 175. I've always been a thick girl, and I'm proud to be a thick black girl. But anyway, I used to let people judge me over that too. You fat, you short, you should lose some weight. Magical fingers, magical finger to you. Don't care. Don't care anymore. So again, I didn't know what it was. And then, like I said, I had gained within 1 week, I had gained 80 pounds. So that vitamin C deficiency causes like stress, anxiety. It causes a person to lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight. Mostly gain weight. And it causes a person again to, like I said, um, you know, uh, lose their hair. well, I think I said all right, like lose their hair, gain weight, stress, anxiety, and stuff like that. That's why I always encourage people to be mindful um, about how you treat people because you don't know the burdens that you carry. And I do believe that you reap what you sow. I, about a month ago, met a young man online, and I go and read people's profiles sometimes, and I, to each their own. You guys can put whatever it is that you want in your bio, say whatever it is that you want, but be mindful. You don't know the burdens that people carry. There's some really nice people, men and women online that are really online just looking to make friends, like looking to, make decent people. And some of y'all are so judgmental. And a lot of you that are judgmental, and I'm not speaking to anybody that's viewing my lives right now. I'm not like speaking per se to you. If you are offended by it, then you must be one of those people. So some of you are so judgmental that it's sickening. In this man's profile, he was like, "Hey, his name is something something. He's looking for that." Then he goes down to the bottom. He was like, "If you're on antidepressants, don't hit me up. If you this, don't hit me up." So at first I was like, okay, because he has a right to say he doesn't want to deal it with anybody. You have a right to say what you don't want in your relationships, but you don't have a right to make someone feel like crap or belittle someone because they have these disabilities. The disability. You think somebody really want to be? I mean, there are some people that are miserable and want to be depressed, but like all jokes aside, you really think somebody want PSD? You really think somebody wants ADHD? You really think somebody wants sad? You really think somebody wants to be depressed or have uncontrollable depression or whatever? And when I saw that, oh, if you have or if you're on antidepressants, don't hit me up and this, and all this other stuff. So you guys, I can't say you guys know me because you don't me. The person that I am, I hit him up. I was like, okay. I said, I read your profile. This, and I'm a curious. I'm a very curious person. I'm a truth seeker, and I'm a curious person. So I wanted to know more about why he did not want to deal with anybody who was A, B, and C. Because at the end of the day, we cannot escape depression. We all in our lifetime are going to go through some form of depression. And because we are created different, because we are created and built different, we all handle it different. Again, like I said a little while ago, some of us will go through stuff and we'll get over it. Some of us will go through stuff and never get over it. Some of us will go through stuff and it'll take it a while, or it'll take us a while to get over it. But I acquired and I wanted to know. So I started talking to this young man, 2 and 3 months, whatever, whatever. And guess what? I hadn't talked to this young man in about a week. Do you know he sent me a message the other day? This is he just told me that he was depressed and he couldn't kick his depression. That's why you gotta be mindful. Like, be mindful how you handle people out here. Like, stop judging people for what, again, y'all, for what they have, what they don't have, what they look like, what they don't look like. This is this. Like, people, we're just out here trying to live for real. And I found that so amazing that this young man called me, was like, actually, he didn't even call me. He texted me and was like, Kim, I'm depressed right now. I go through, depression around this time of the year. I want you to keep in touch with me, Kim. Keep praying for me. This, and all this other stuff. And me being the person that I am, no, he's not married. He's actually um, divorced. His depression came from the loss of his mother. But the point of this is the same man that put in his profile, if you're depressed, don't hit me up. If you're on antidepressants, don't hit me up. And guess who depressed now? And I'm not saying this to like take shots at him or to make fun of him. Be mindful of how you treat people. Be mindful of what you say to people. You do not know the burdens that people have to carry. Treat people accordingly. Just because one person broke your heart and did A, B, and C to you does not give you the right to act like an ass or assume that everybody is like that. Treat a person as an individual. Unless a person gives you a reason to treat them anything less than a human being, you should always be respectful to a person. And that's just that, there it is. I'm not saying this is something you have to do. I'm not on here betraying myself to know anything or being a Miss Know-it-all or whatever. I only want to bring like positivity and give good advice and, speak from the things that I've gone through. Like, we got to learn how to handle people differently, because you don't know. People like bullying. I heard that, um and this is crazy, toxic, toxic, toxic. A lot of these platforms are so toxic, y'all just don't know. I heard that you guys know the website called tag.com. I heard that there is so much bullying going on that website. I'm like, who gets on a social media platform and bullies people? I heard that people come in people's. There's one person that's on there, that's a young man who's being bullied to the end of time. Just like there's another little, I guess, social media app or whatever that a lot of kids use. Celebrities use it too, called TikTok. Bully, 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 bully. And what no is really funny about a lot of people that are bullies and people that are so judgmental and so mean and nasty, and that make fun of people about depression and this and this. These are the same people that are going through the same thing. So how dare you bully someone or belittle someone for something that has affected your life too? I never did understand the logic, but TikTok, bully, 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 bully. And I'm going to bite my tongue from saying something. I'm not going to say it, because there's a certain, no, I ain't going to say it. I'll save that for my YouTubers, because I know you guys are more, you guys know me in real time, and you guys have been with me for years, and you guys know where I'm coming from when I say um, certain things about a generation or a certain cluster of people that like to bully. And it's not the cluster of people that you think. It's this cluster of people. I've seen it on TikTok. So, and let me say this real quick. Nope, I'm not gonna say that. I just got the word. Don't say it. God was like, "Don't do it. Don't do it, Kim. Don't say it. Don't do it. Don't say it, Kim. Don't do it. Don't say it." I leave it for you YouTubers, because we conversate like that. But like I was saying, y'all, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you listening. I always, I put my email in my description, because I am, a practicing spiritual life coach. I give very good advice. I do not give judgmental advice. If anybody ever comes to me and you're looking for me to be a hater about your situation, I'm sorry. I'm not in the business of that. And what I mean by that is, you can't, I'm not going to say you can't. If you come to me and you say, hey, oh, I met somebody or I'm involved with somebody and they're this, and this, I'm not the woman that's going to say, oh, they a piece of crap. You should do it. That's not the kind of advice I get. I'm never a hater. I don't, I just don't do that. There's no, to me, I don't get anywhere. Um, I don't get anywhere doing that. But again, you guys, I'll try not to take up too much of your time. We've already been on for like 58 minutes. And I just wanted to, you know, like I said, thank you guys again for last night. Last night was exceptional. It was exceptional. You guys, it was emotional. You guys had me crying like a little baby. You already know I'm a little baby. Well, I'm a very emotional person. I'm always crying about something. I don't cry about, like, I don't, because I told somebody before, I was like, I'm a very emotional person. This person like, oh God, I don't mean emotional about like every little thing bothers me. I'm gonna stop using that word emotional. I'm very sentimental. I'm a very, very sentimental woman. Gratitude is everything to me. Humility is everything to me. And yeah, gratitude is everything. I already said that gratitude is everything to me. And I'm just the type of person who just, I hold things, especially people, very near and dear to me. So, like I said last night, I don't believe in turning my back on people. I don't, believe in judging people. I might have my opinion about something, but all that judging people and all that other stuff, that's for the birds. That's not something that's going to edify your spirit. It is just not. And like for you all that have been listening to me for this 59 minutes and 37 seconds, like I said, get rid of the toxins in your life. Get rid of the persons, places, and things that do not edify your spirit. Get rid of those persons, places, and things that just don't bring joy to you, that don't bring anything positive to you. Because persons, places, and things are supposed to add to your life, not take away from your life. Again, there's no feeling in this world, um as I said, no sexual feeling in this world that is worth the misery. And you guys know what I'm talking about because I'm guilty of it too. I said it earlier, stand with somebody because they stuff is good or whatever like that, but you miserable. They talk to you, they got some good head or they got some good, but they talk to you any kind of way. They're taking your money, they're doing this and they're doing that to you. But you stay because that flesh and that thing is good. I'm gonna tell you guys from experience, that shit ain't worth it. It's not worth being it's not worth being miserable. You want friends and be in relationships that bring you joy. Like it's something about that inner joy. Like if anybody has ever like really felt or experienced the meaning of like inner peace and inner joy, it's something that's non-negotiable. Like inner peace, inner joy. When I got out of that black cloud that I was in, when I got out of that dark place that I was in, when God pulled me out of that bottomless pit and was like, we're not going to do this, for a long time, and still now, I felt within my like within my being, within my body, this sensation in my body of like peace, you guys. Like I can't even explain it to you. Like it was, I actually felt it. It was like a place. It was like I don't know, like peace and joy and consolement and contentment. And I was just like, wow, this like feels good. And I prayed that you guys, I pray that for everybody that's watching. I pray that you whoever's going through something that you find that like that is so important that you find, as they say, inner peace. You guys, it is plausible. It is so possible to have that inner peace and joy and all that, but it starts with you. It starts with you have to want it. You have to want it. You have to want to, you know, and I'm speaking to myself too. Like you have to want it. You have to want to do better. You have to want to be better. You have to want better for yourself because I'm here to tell you, like, you deserve it. Like, each and every one of you, you guys are going to make me fucking cry. I'm very, oh my God, I'm a very sentimental person. For those of you that don't know, like, you are worth so much more than what you are receiving in life. And these are for the people that are allowing people to talk to them any kind of way, belittle them, treat them like shit. Like, yo, you're like, so you're worth so much more than that. And I learned the hard way about letting people make me feel like a small person, making me people making me feel like they're only around me because I am beneficial to them. You guys, like, yo, ladies and gentlemen, you are created in the image of someone who is freaking great, that spoke a world into existence, who told the sea to be still, y'all, and the sea was still. You are created in amazing image. Stop letting people treat you like shit. If you have to come get me, y'all, I'm in Virginia. I tell them about their stuff. I tell her about herself. Like, you guys are amazing. You're amazing. You're wonderful. You're enough. You're smart, you're brilliant, you're kind, you're loving, you are freaking skittles and rainbows and all that goodness. Like, want better for yourself. Like stop it. Like, if nobody told y'all that's watching today that you're fucking amazing, you're fucking amazing, you're wonderful, you're all of those things, then some. Like, and excuse me for crying, you guys. I feel right now that I got some people watching that don't know their self. You don't know your worth. You're allowing someone to tell you, because of whatever reasons, financial reasons, emotional reasons, because you need to stay with this person, you need to live with this person because you don't have a place to go. Like, go to the source. Like, go to the source, command his freaking presence. And I don't mean to speak it like that, but command his presence. Like, command his presence. God, I need you right now. Like, God, Jehovah, whoever you um allow, whoever it is that you that you follow, worship, whatever, like, command his presence. Let him know, I want to be better. I want to do better. Freaking, I know I deserve better. Like, you, whoever I'm talking to, you deserve better. Like, stop that. Like, stop it right now. You deserve so much better. I'm speaking from experience. And when I learned, and I it's only a formality the way I'm talking when I say the word learn, because I really didn't learn. I always knew my worth, and I always knew, what I was capable of. But when I came out of that dark place, and God was like, come on, Kim, like, you have so much to give. Like, why did you allow someone to do that to you for so long? Like, when I came out of that darkness, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm a queen. Y'all are kings and freaking queen. Y'all are kings and queens out here. Like, no matter what color you are, no matter what race you are, like, y'all, come on, y'all, you're fucking, excuse my language, you're kings and queens out here. Act like that. Like, adjust your crown, yo. Like, brothers, y'all help other brothers out. No matter if you're black, you're white, you're Indian, you're Hispanic, you're Native American, like, do better, want to be better, like, adjust your boy's crown, yo. Like, stop allowing, don't let him fall, like, don't let him go down the path of whatever path that he's going through. Don't let him deal with, you know whatever he's going through in life. Like, be there for your brother, and ladies, be there for your sister. Like, adjust her crown and be like, we got this, you know what I'm saying? And you guys too, especially ladies, learn. This is going to sound so judgmental, and to each their own. Learn what a bad bitch is. A bad bitch is not the bad bitch, okay? Is a woman who knows her self worth, a woman who, is a provider, a woman who is confident, a woman who takes care of herself, a woman that brings joy and enlightenment and love and peace. A woman, that's what a bad bitch is, ladies. Someone who adds to a man or woman's life, doesn't matter. I don't discriminate on gender, whatever. That's what a bad bitch is. In case y'all didn't know, I know the society has you guys thinking that a bad bitch is somebody that looks like this and looks like that and has a big butt and this, and this. That's not a bad bitch. That you just pretty. Your prettiness won't get you everywhere. Like, it might get you somewhere, but it's not going to get you exactly where you need to be in life, and that is fulfilled and happy and joy and abundant and peaceful, and just a beam of positivity, a ray of light. Like, that's what a bad bitch is. And then I don't even have anything to say to you fellas, because, and I'm not saying this to be negative or call anybody out or be mean or anything like that. I'm only speaking from experience. Like, fellas, I'm going to say this. These girls, and you can tell them I said it. These girls, because they are girls, it's a difference between a girl and a woman. A woman adds to your life. A woman edifies your spirit. A woman just brings joy to you. And no one's perfect. No one's relationship or friendship is going to be perfect. But there are women out here like myself that put in the effort to add to your life, that puts in the effort to bring joy to you, that puts in the effort to say, babe, something's not right. Come here, baby. Let's talk. I got your back. Where a girl, she playing games with you. All she wants is your money. She always in your pocket. She's always gimme, gimme, gimme. Where I'm from the dirty district. I'm from the District of Columbia, but I ride in the VA. In the District of Columbia, we call those type of women, and women, I'm not bashing you. I'm a woman myself. Trust and believe. We call those gimme bitches. Gimme, 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 give me some money to get my hair done. Give me some money to get my nails done. Gimme, 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 gimme. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with y'all brothers, whatever your race is, doing anything for a woman. But stop being in one-sided relationships. Stop being in one-sided friendships where you are the giver all the freaking time. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Then you're going to your boys or you're coming to me because I have, male friends. Oh my God, she always in my pockets. This. This is this. And then what really hurts me about a lot of those situations is that my brothers will come to me, and again, black, white, Indian, whatever, Native American, y'all will come to me and be like, oh, for instance, you guys 16. What I'm gonna say is like funny coming from a girl. Knew this young man, met this girl. He been dating this girl, whatever, whatever. Not really dating her, but he had met this young lady, and she had a daughter. He was buying her stuff, buying her daughter stuff. He was telling me how every time he took her out to dinner, and they would like, wrap up dinner, get ready to go home. He would reach in to give her a hug. She didn't want no hug. One time, again, he said that he sent her money. He sent her $300. Her daughter needed something. He sent her this. He did this. He was sending her. This man could not even get a hug from this girl. Could not even get. He was like, she barely said thank you. And like I told him, my brother, that's your fault. That's your fault. And I'm going to tell you why it's your fault. Because you allowed her to do it. You allowed her to do it. And I'm hesitating from saying what I really want to say about the situation. Because it's not really right for me to say it. But I'm going to tell you what I told him. This is what I told this brother. First of all, she doing it because you allow her to do it. And I'm only talking to you good guys out here that are allowing women to take your money and to use you and talk down to you, belittle you, and talk about, and treat you like crap. Like I told this brother, I said, because he told me he sent her $300, $400, whatever. I was like, you can't get a hug? Bruh. This is what I told her, and I'm gonna keep it real. This is what I told her, brother. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm a woman, but after I sent her, you sent her $300, and you sent her $400, and then I forgot what he said, 150 another time. I said the second time that money went to that girl, she would have had to bend that ass over. She would have had to do something. Y'all keep on letting these girls stop complaining about what a woman is doing to you if you're allowing her to do it. It's that simple. Cut that shit out. Ain't no woman thing that good that you're going to allow her to use you or belittle to you and tell you what you're going to do, what you're not going to do, where you can go, and all this other stuff. Stop allowing people's bad behaviors. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm an Aries, y'all. And I don't like to use this terminology. You know how they use a terminology? Someone will be like, I got a man's mentality, because not all men are like that. But I'm just going to use that terminology because I've been told, they'd be like, Kim, you think like a dude sometimes. And I'd be like, no, because not all men think like that. And it's not wrong to think like that. There's no way on God's beautiful green earth I'm going to keep sending someone my money, my hard-earned money, and I can't even get a hug from you. I can't even get you to say thank you. I can't even get a little peck on the cheek. I can't even. Bye. Adios, sayonara. See you. What? Arrivederci. No, people only do what you allow them to do. And then, ladies, I'm about to get on you. And I don't care. Come for me all you want to. Young ladies, this is what I'm going to need for you to stop doing. Stop out here talking about, I don't want no broke ass man. He don't got no car. He don't have this. He don't have that. This is this. Excuse you, mommy. You don't have that either. Kim said it. I live in Virginia. It is what it is. Stop it. Stop. I want no broke ass nigga. I don't want no man that don't got no car. I don't da. But yeah, you live with your auntie in your auntie's basement with your 5 kids. And I'm not saying it to be mean. I'm keeping it real right now. I do that at the end of my labs. I keep it. I go in and I keep it all the way real because people will only do what you allow them to do. And I'm so sick of people coming to me like I got my family is compiled of mostly men and a lot of uncles, a lot of cousins, and they be like, man, these girls out here, exactly, girls, be like, oh, they don't want no broke man. Oh, she wouldn't talk to me because I don't have a car and because I don't work at a certain position, this and this and this. But yet, ladies, you don't have a job either, or a car, or your own place. Why stop having these requirements for these brothers? And I do mean white, black, Indian, whatever. Stop having requirements. And you guys that are, uh I'll just speak to the guys, ladies right now. Stop having these requirements for men that you don't even have either. How do you have expectations for a man and when you don't have those things? You don't even have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of yourself. And it makes it bad for women like me when I hear men say that. Oh, I met this girl and she was like, I can't date you because I don't have no car. I was like, well, she had a car. Mm-mm. Oh, I can't date. She can't date me. She said she couldn't date me because I didn't have this and this. And I'm like, well, brother, did she have those things too? No. Stop, ladies, stop that. Like, that's so tacky. That's like, I don't care if y'all are mad. Like, if ladies, like, stop that. Like, stop. Give people a chance. Like, this is my thing. What he don't have, you should have. So when you get together, you build it. You build from it. You come together and you build from that. Stop talking about what he got to have and this and this if you don't have it yourself. I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of my cousins and my brothers and my nephews coming to me talking about y'all girls talking about, oh, they wouldn't date you because you didn't have A, B, and C. And you don't have it either. Like, level yourself up too, step your game up too, get your stuff together so when you come to him, you have your stuff. Like, what do you have to offer too? Oh, it's about if he don't have this to offer, he don't have that to offer, this. What do you have to offer though? Some chocha? Some this and I'm gonna keep it real too. This is what I tell people. One, tell me something I don't already know. I thank you for compliments because at the end of the day, when a person, a man or woman, feels like the only thing they have to offer is that, that's not good because it's factual. These are facts. We can please ourselves. So for me, you got to come better than that. You know what I'm saying? Like stop. Like let's stop getting into this mood where we allow people to, you know, I don't know. Like, stop it. People, again, I repeat myself, people will only do what you allow them to do. And I'm tired of hearing my brothers from other mothers of all races say how they're meeting women and because they don't have A, B, and C, they won't date them. And then you look back in 5 years and that same dude is pulling seven figures and then you feel stupid. It's not about what someone has. It's about, yes, it's about what they can add to your life. But when you're really looking for something like really wholesome and really special, it's about what you can add to each other. And what you add to each other first should be contentment, happiness, like joy, and then all that abundance and cars and houses and all that stuff that comes later. And if it's all with all due respect, the other side of that is I do tell people, and it's going to sound very contradicting, that there's nothing wrong with getting with someone, especially if you're looking for like a relationship. And, there's certain qualities or certain things that, like I said a little while ago about writing down the 5 things that you need in life to survive, or, that will edify your relationship. There's nothing wrong. Let me first say this. It's never what you do, it's how you do it. It's never what you say, it's how you say it. You can come up to someone and say, And this is the other thing. We've fallen out of the mentality of having conversation. We've fallen out of the mentality of communication. Remember, you guys, I'm 45. So remember, back in the day, we meet somebody, we sit down over breakfast, lunch, brunch, dinner. Who are you? Tell me about yourself. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. What are your career goals? What do you, at any age, and you can do this at any age. What do because yes, people are looking for a certain thing. And yes, I said we should not allow, a woman or man or whatever to say because men do it too. But women do it way more. Women, we are more treacherous than men, and we get away with a lot more than men do. I feel sorry for y'all men out here because y'all can't get away with nothing. But anyway, there's nothing wrong with saying, I want to marry someone or I want to date someone that makes a little bit more than me because this person, man or woman, can provide me a little bit of security. But it is something wrong with saying he gotta have this and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being with someone that provides you mental, emotional, financial security. It's about your intentions. It's about what your intentions, what you're looking for going into that situation, that you're not looking to only date someone that can provide you financial security because you're a gold digger. You're a man or you're a male or female gold digger. Now, that's not what I'm talking about. When I say there's nothing wrong with wanting to date or marry someone that can provide like financial security, emotional security, someone that you believe is emotionally stable. But I do feel that there is wrong when you are judgmental to someone who might be a freaking good person. They get depressed from time to time. Who doesn't? Never let anybody bully you out of what I call your non-negotiables. Like, let me tell you what my non-negotiables are. I think I'm gonna tell you what my non-negotiables are. My non-negotiables are maybe not necessarily non-negotiables. Like I can't deal with someone that is not spiritual. I can't do it. I can't do it. And I'm gonna be a whole 100, 1,000. I can't deal with someone who does not believe in a higher power. I just cannot do it, and that's because of my amazing encounters with the divine. I've had encounters with angels, and I had an encounter with a demon. So I can't. That's what non-negotiable. I cannot date somebody who does not speak on or respect or believe in a higher. I just say this: a higher power. I cannot do it. Real quick, met somebody just recently. This person made my soul laugh so hard. I have not laughed so hard in a long time. And I'm laughing about what we talked about because it was him. I loved it. He was calling women out. He was talking about, and he made me laugh so hard because it was the truth of what he was saying. He was talking about how women get offended when men send them pictures of their private parts. Now, I myself, and I'm gonna be honest, am highly offended when I get men that send me their private parts. And I'm laughing because he was like, this is how he said, he was like, you women are always mad about men sending out. He used the word D. I got to be careful on these platforms. You can't use certain language and certain words and stuff, especially I'm streaming from YouTube too. He was like, y'all women are always getting mad because when a man sends you I'll just say it, a dick picture. He was like, y'all know daggone well you looked and you have it saved. So, and the reason why it made me laugh because it was true. I've gotten those pictures, and I ain't gonna lie. I've saved a few. I sent a few of them to my email, and I'll go back and be like, but let me tell it, I'm appalled. And it was funny when he said, it was like, y'all always talk about y'all mad because a man send you a D picture and you know low key you looked at it and you sometimes scroll back and look at it and it was funny because it's the truth and I love it. I love when someone can like call out somebody. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's never what you do, how you do it. But here came the problem: 2-3 days of talking, like just funny, like shooting a breeze, like it was just like it's so enlightenment. But this is what he said to me. And I believe that this was nobody but God, because I always ask God for discernment and clarity when I'm dealing with people, even on a friendship level. I say, God, give me clarity and give me discernment. This is what he said to me. He said, came out of nowhere, came out of nowhere and was like, I hate when women talk about religion and spirituality. It's a turn. He said it's a turn off to him. Now, mind you, his personal opinion, when he said that to me, that was a turn off to me. That's one of my non-negotiables. I'm not saying that we have to sit every day and be like, praise the Lord, Jesus is this, to be like, hey, you know, let me tell you about a, amazing experience I had. I believe that that was God or the divine, whatever. And for someone to sit up and be like, oh, that's turned off, I would instantly, I was turned off. I was like, this person, I was like, this person going to have a fantastic friendship. He's like makes me laugh. I'm talking about the stuff that we were talking about. Just like it edified my spirit. And it's sad that when he said that, it was like, So that's one of my non-negotiables is not being, and I'm gonna make this disclaimer. I'm not looking for anybody. I'm not looking for anybody. I have to say that. So because I don't want anybody calling my phone that I've been talking to or whatever, like, oh, you was online insinuating that you was looking for something. Don't get your feelings hurt. Don't let's not do that today. But anyway, that's one of my non-negotiables is not being able to talk about the greatness of the divine. My other non-negotiable is, and this is petty, is I don't know what. This is petty. And I'm not telling you guys to write down petty, because remember I told you guys earlier to write down, get a pen and paper and write down like 5 non-negotiables, or not just non-negotiables, write down things that you know that you need to have successful relationships and friendships. My other thing is I would love to, when I'm ready or whatever, to find someone to, I'm not even going to say find someone. I would like to be involved with someone who is also I'm a comic fanatic like no other. I like DC Comics and Marvel Comics. For me, I can't compare the two. I just can't do it. I freaking like comics. I've never been to, what is it called, a Comic Con or something like that. I've never been to one of them, but I was sure would go. So for me, I know that there are certain things that I need in my life, and they sound really ludicrous. They sound really crazy. Oh, she needs somebody that she can go to share her love of comics. Yeah, yeah. Because it edifies my spirit to be able to like, oh my God, did you see Flash last week? Did you guys see the Flash last week? I wish they would hurry up and bring Iris out the damn mirror. But anyway, or just like I'm a transformer. I am transformer more than meets the eye buff. If you told me to put on a Bumblebee costume and walk down the street and be like, or put on an Optimus Prime costume and be like, let's roll, I would do it. I freaking love Transformers. Look for people and traits and things that edify your spirit. And I know that sounds like really dumb to some people, really weird to some people, but I'm not going to say that is something that I need. That is something that I would enjoy. The compatibility of being with somebody, even a friend that we can go and watch, like the new Wonder Woman is coming out. That's my girl. I collect everything Wonder Woman. Um, we can go watch the Wonder Woman movie. I love seafood. For the last 5 years, I have dated people that were allergic to seafood, and my heart is with you guys that can't eat seafood. I had an uncle that was allergic to seafood, and he would take a freaking Benadryl before he ate it, before he ate seafood. I like seafood. I prefer to acquire someone that I can go and eat some crab legs with, you know. Just finding people and friends and friendships and relationships where you can do things, have things, build things together that add to your life is what I'm talking about. Like they sound really, really petty because my good girlfriend of mine was like, for real, you couldn't date somebody that couldn't eat seafood. I was like, I prefer not to. I'm not gonna say that I wouldn't date somebody because clearly I did it for 3.5 years, but I love crab legs. I go down to the District of Columbia, or when I was living in DC, you guys know where the wharf is, and I would get that box for $75, and my ass would eat the whole box myself. I love crab legs. I like, and I love crawfish too. So me sharing something that I like with somebody will edify my spirit, vice versa. Because it's not about just what I want either. I'm not like that. It's about, what a person, how I can add to someone's life. So, that's why for me, it's so important. Like when getting to know someone and talking to someone, you know, you ask certain questions, because life is about happiness, like trying to be your best self, trying to be the happiest that you can be while you are here in this universe, and also working hard and, being kind to people and, giving positivity out and love and all that other stuff. It makes life so much easier. I'm telling you, when you can find friends and be in relationships where people like really, really, really add to your life, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's so amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing, you guys. So those are two of my non-negotiables. I really um don't have um any other um really non-negotiables or things that I really need in my life. But I will tell you guys this. Um um Ashanti though, sorry. Um I forgot what I was saying because I'm too busy trying to I don't know. I'm trying to multitask. While I was talking to y'all, I was actually putting a list together. And like I told you guys last night, y'all 80s babies, y'all beautiful 80s babies, y'all have the best music. But anyway, you guys, I'm about to let you guys go. I'm gonna say it one more time. Remove the toxins out of your life. Those toxins meaning persons, places, things, and people. If it's not adding to your spirit, if it's not bringing you some type of fulfillment, you don't need it. No matter how good it feels. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You guys take it from a sister who's 45 years old and did that, been there, done it, got the t-shirt to prove it. It's not worth it. It's not worth being in a dark place that you can almost not get out of. It's not worth it. But anyway. Oh wow, wow, wow. But you 80s babies, yo, you guys have the best music. And I'm not just talking about R&B because I listen to everything. Like I told y'all last night, I listen to everything. You guys give me a second. I have to. But this is gonna be weird coming from me because you guys don't know me. I do love you guys though. I love you and I want the best for you. And like I was saying earlier when I got to be a big old crybaby, I want the best for you guys. I love you in spirit. I love you as from one human being to get to another. That's what I mean. Hey sweetheart, how are you? Um I love you in spirit. I love you as my brother, as my sister. Again, whatever your race is, because I'm not speaking just to, brown people, black people. I'm talking about everybody. Remember what I told you, and don't ever let anybody tell you anything less. That just because you don't have A, B, and C does not make you less than the person that has E, F, and G. And you can tell them I said it. Tell that person that I said it. You are, I'm going to say it again, you are a blessing to this universe. You are worthy. You are beautiful. You are just, you are love. And you are no support. Most important of all, you are needed. Someone, somewhere, somehow needs you. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the hearts. Mwah. I love you too. Thank you. Um, don't let anybody belittle you, talk you down. Fellas, don't let these girls tell you because you don't have a car or because you don't have a six-figure job that you ain't it or you ain't this or that. Her loss. You know you're a good man. You know you would have to be nothing but a blessing to her. Her loss, like her effing loss. Like stop, don't stop. And ladies, the same thing. Don't let these guys or whatever, women, men, whatever. I don't judge. Don't stop that. Like don't. Like Kim said it. Kim said it. Kim said, you tell him. Kim. Well, who's Kim? Kim. Kim said that I am beautiful, I am handsome, I am loved, I am enough, I am abundant, I am worthy. Kim said that I'm amazing. Kim said that I have purpose. Kim said that I am loving and I'm kind. And Kim said that I will be a positive in your life. And then if that you can't see it, your problem, not mine. I'm going to keep it moving. People will only do what you allow them to do, my loves. And I learned that people only do what you allow them to do. Tevin Campbell. Y'all had some good music, yo, back in the 80s. I was born in the 70s, of course. But y'all 80s babies, I keep saying it, yo. Y'all had a lot of good music. And like I listen to everything. I listen to country music. I actually think that anything heavy metal, I like heavy metal too. Yeah, a sister likes heavy metal. I think heavy metal mixed with rap is like really, really good. But anyway, what else did I wanted to say before I let you guys go? I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just reading something online really, really quick. But I appreciate you guys more than you know. And I'm not just saying this. It actually takes a lot for me to get online. Like I told you guys last night. I do YouTube, and I have not been on YouTube for a long time. And I told you guys, remember I started acting like a crybaby last night. I told you guys why I had not been on YouTube. Oh, no. I did something wrong. Oh, my God, yes. Okay, I told you guys why.